Jerome Span. Of course, I'm here to tell you about our sponsor today. And our sponsor is, of course, and will forever be long-standing. Hey, mind you, he don't give me no money, but this is my man's. I got to hold him down. It is Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, Swopes is out here trying to change lives. He's trying to help get these young athletes into college each and every week. Every day he dedicates a lot of time to this. This man has a serious passion for helping others further their education and further their lives in with a lot of great ways. They are on Facebook. Make sure you look up Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Swopes is spelled Swopes. It is ran by Mr. Nathaniel Swopes Jr. He is the man in Houston, if y'all don't know. Yes, make sure you go check him out if you're trying to get your kid into school, or hell, if you're even a kid here that's thinking about going into school and you want to try and keep playing, keep your athletic career going, make sure you go check out Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. He is the man that is going to help you keep that dream going. So make sure you follow them on Facebook, and you can get right a hold of Mr. Swopes there. He will help you get into college and keep your dream going for continuing to play your sports. So again, people, Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Check it out now. Help change some kid around you that you know's future, or hell, even your future.
Yeah, Enigma in the house. My man J Span, Titan Studios. It's called From the Heart. Keeping it real is what all the song's about. Never selling your soul. Always staying true to yourself. Alright, yeah. Check it out. Money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the start. Man, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money.
And welcome back to your favorite weekly sports show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is ITC Sportsball, and I am your man, Jerome Span. Of course, pretty face on ITC. Don't you forget it, baby. Yes, we are back after a little bit of a break there. We all had some things to do. We also had Mace and the family come into town where the whole ITC crew was at a Bears game. Bears Cowboys, to be specific. So that was a great time. But we are back. Got to get them intros rolling. And, of course, we start with the originator of this whole ITC thing. He's looking very, very classy in the sun there with the sun shining on his face like he is Simba being raised to the sky. Some of y'all know him as the Ace. Some of y'all know him as Pop. If you get into his face, he will put you in your place. Ladies and gentlemen, he is that man.
Slowly I turn, inch by inch. What's up, y'all? Hey, it's time to get it cracking this week. We've been gone. I say it's been a long time since we left you without a dope podcast to listen to. So we back. All right.
Back, baby. We back. And of course, we've got ITC's resident hot take spitter, the man who rips like Dylon spits. He is the modern day Ali on the microphone. When he steps into your home, all your ladies is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, he is that man.
This is how you know it's been a long time since we've been back, brother. I was barefaced the last time they saw you, boy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we in here. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it.
Very, very true. Very, very true. And of course, we thank everybody for being here with us. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate, reviews. You only give us 4 stars instead of giving us 5 stars. I'm inclined to think you are a hater and you want me to think that because I will call you out on your. That being said, got to get the ball rolling. Because, of course, there's been plenty of things that have happened since we've been off, but we might as well start with what went on last night, and that was UFC 320, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, did we have an entertaining, at least main card. I don't want to speak on everything else, but the main card was very entertaining. I didn't watch the rest of it, so don't hold me if you thought the rest of it was trash, but the main card was fun. My question to both of you gentlemen here, and T, we might as well start with you here. Who do you think was the big winner on the night last night?
Oh, Pereira. Definitely Pereira. Because everybody was just like, oh, Ankalaev this and Ankalaev that. And Pereira was afraid to fight Ankalaev. No. We saw that Pereira, when he is really focused, just like we have seen in the past, is the is not if not the most dangerous, one of the top 3 most dangerous men on this planet in any other weight classes he fights. Why do you think this guy was in line to get a heavyweight title shot? He just showed everybody, I am that man. I am that man. Wait, what you gotta say now, Mace? What you gotta say, Mace? What?
He was only in line to get a heavyweight title shot because John Jones was too afraid to fight people in the division already.
I mean, you're not wrong about that, but at the same time, he was in line though. How many other light heavyweights were they really saying, oh, we could put it up against John Jones?
It wasn't them saying they could put against John Jones. It was John Jones putting them up against him. So let's not act like the UFC was pushing Pereira versus Jones, but that's beside the point. We're not going to get into that because that's not what we're here for right now.
I see what we going to have here today. I see what's going to happen. Okay, let's go.
Mace, who was your big winner on the night?
Prochazka? I mean, he just catapulted himself back into a rematch for the light heavyweight title, in my opinion. Because if anything, he's exciting to watch, bro. Like, my man created chaos in round 3 and turned the lights out.
Yeah, I think before I give you my biggest winner, I'll give you my biggest loser. It was Khalil Roundtree. He's talking about that fight. That man had a chance to win that fight and get himself a light heavyweight championship match. And what did he do? He went out in the 3rd round, and instead of fighting smart, he said, I'm trying to knock this man out and send him to the Shadow Realm. And he got sent to the Shadow Realm instead. So I have to say, Khalil is most definitely my biggest loser. Mace, I'm inclined to agree with you. I really think Prochazka was probably the biggest winner of last night because that did earn him a championship, shot again. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's a former champion, and now he's shown that, hey, I still got it here. I think for sure he ends up getting a championship shot because if we're talking realistically about who else maybe has an argument there, it would only be like maybe, I don't know, Jan. That's about it. That's the only other person that might actually have an argument. Because, I mean, Jamil Hill, we all know what he has done over his last 2 fights. Man got sent to the shadow. Well, wait, ain't it 3 now? Ain't it 3 in a row he lost? Because I
believe so.
He lost his championship match, right? Then he lost to Prochazka. Yeah, and he lost to Roundtree. Yeah, that's 3 in a row. So he most definitely don't deserve a championship shot. So I think most definitely Yuri really, really is the big winner on the night last night for me. Now, T, I got to ask you, who do you feel ended up being the biggest loser on the night?
I mean, I hate to bite off of you, but it's definitely Roundtree. Like I say, like from a championship title contender, like a guy we were all excited to see, like get to that next level. Like he was that guy that we were just like, well, when we see him, he's gonna be, and he's been in that next level category, and he ain't exactly there, bruh. Like he's one of those guys that hey, you're gonna get some kind of excitement out of his fights. But at the same time, I mean, come on. When Pereira hit him with the
look, hey, he's gonna need to Roundtree for sure is going to need to work on his cardio. You cannot be gassing out by the end of the 2nd round just because you had somebody that's actually willing to keep fighting with you for those whole 2 rounds, right? Like you cannot do that. That is absurd. That is a glaring hole in his game that he is going to have to fix. To be honest, I'm not judging him too harsh because he did beat the hell out of Prochazka for 2 rounds. Like those first 2 rounds, it was clear, undisputed. Roundtree won those rounds. He just gassed himself out. So he's going to have to get in the gym and really work on getting his cardio game up because that was embarrassing to dominate a guy for 2 rounds, right? And then turn around and have that guy get the dub on you. And not just get the dub, send you to the Shadow Realm. Not like, oh, you started wrestling around with him and maybe he caught you in a lucky choke or something, right? Like, no, this man kept coming forward and sent you straight to the Shadow Realm. That's a bad look, man. That's a real bad look. Mace, who do you got as your biggest loser on the night?
Ankalev, however you say his last name. I don't know. Because Pereira, I mean, he essentially said that first fight he wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came out and proved it in like a minute and a half or 2 minutes or however long that fight was. That
3 minutes and 30 3 minutes 40 seconds.
3 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah. He proved in 3 minutes and 40 seconds that your win against him was a fluke.
Yeah, I mean,
loser, in my opinion.
I mean, honest to God, I had questions on if Alex Pereira still had it going into the fight. I thought Ankalev was actually going to put up a good fight against him, but this was most definitely a moment of Alex Pereira saying, I am the best on the planet till somebody else proves me wrong. Okay, you can't beat me when I'm healthy. And from the results of the two fights, I think I'm inclined to believe him to say that, hey, he must have been hurt on that first fight because he came in here and he was a whole different man fighting last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was legitimately like, you remember how you know what I'm saying, people would be sitting there messing with Shazam and he all like, oh yeah, you're weak as hell when you're not actually Shazam. Then he say Shazam and he this big swole dude that coming to give you some Debo knockouts. That's what it felt like last night. It felt like the last fight we saw. What's his name? Billy. What is his name? T.
Billy Batson.
We saw Billy Batson in the last fight. We saw Shazam in this one. Okay, that's all I'm saying, bro. But not to get too stuck on those fights, I do want to ask you guys about Dennis Merab. I'm not gonna say his last name. I always butcher his last name.
Merab Davalish. Yeah.
There we go. However you want to say it, T. There you go. You got it. You the name guy anyway. Regardless, we gotta ask now, fellas. His performances as champion have been utterly dominant. This is someone that you're talking about that before he fought O'Malley, and actually, well, really before he fought Cejudo, there was a lot of people that maybe doubted him because they thought, oh, well, you know, you're not even willing to fight Aljamain. How can you really be that great, right? I think he is really, really stated, I am the dominant champion in this division right now, and I don't plan on losing anytime soon. And looking at the division, fellas, can you guys give me anyone that you think is going to be able to step up to him right now in the bantamweight division and actually beat him?
Hold on, I gotta take a look at the bantamweight division
because I can't. Here, I'll actually pull it up here for you. I'll pull up the rankings while we're doing this via.
Right.
Yeah, give me like the top 6
I
or
got
so
you.
because the rest of them boys ain't ready.
I got you right here. So, looking via UFC.com, looking at the bantamweight division, got O'Malley, Nurmagomedov, Peter Yan, Corey Sandhagen, who he just beat the hell out of last night, Song Yongdong, and Figueiredo are the top 6. You think any of those guys are beating them, fellas? Because I don't know, with you.
But
I think he fights. If he fights him again, he's sending him right back to the Shadow Realm and gonna beat the hell out of him again.
I guarantee you, though, you know, Dana loves his Irish sounding fellows. if unless something crazy happens in the rankings or in a matchup in the next like month or so, I guarantee you by like March or something, he's gonna try to throw O'Malley back in the ring with him after he beats up on somebody not ranked in the top 10.
Yeah.
But man, I think the
answer is no then, because I can tell by the way that you're hesitating, the answer is no. You don't think any of these guys are going to beat him. T, what about you? You think anybody in that division is going to beat him?
They got about as good as chance of beating Merab as I do at beating LeBron in a game of 1-on-1. Okay, let's just be honest about that. And that's and shoot, Sean Mace brought up Sean O'Malley. Man, O'Malley don't want to catch that smoke again. O'Malley ain't trying to catch that smoke again. O'Malley, here's the thing. We've all said the same thing. We all said the same thing about Sean O'Malley. Okay, he was a Dana White creation that was very well protected for a long period of time. Then when they had that one hiccup with Cheeto Vera, guess what? Oh, I was hurt, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but if you lose to somebody and you are hurt, ain't you trying to get that get back immediately? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that get back. And then, but he got a title shot. But he got a title shot. Then he fought Vera again when he was champ. Like, come on now. What are we doing here? Like, seriously, Sean O'Malley is overhyped. Yeah, he's talented, but he should have not, they didn't put him through Murderer's Row before he got to the championship fight. They really didn't. And people want to say, let's say Marab was something because he didn't want to fight Aljamain. Hey, them two is friends, y'all.
Yeah,
they training partners. Like, come on. That'd be like if me and Jerome were fighters, same division and everything. Somebody came to us and said, hey, y'all want to fight each other? I'm just like, nah, I'm good, man. Like, especially if he talking about going to a different division at the time, you want to offer me to fight. My man's talking about, I'm going to go up a weight class. I'm going to fight him now. Like I say, he leaves, I can go be a champion. He can go be a champion. Our training camp can be a championship caliber, team. Like, bro, hey, they always say 2 heads are better than 1. Why not 2 champs? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, it makes no sense because what? Then I got to go to a different training camp. Man, y'all need to miss it.
And on top of that, if you really love the guys at that camp and at that gym, it looks better for them to say, not only did we get him to a champ, got him to a champ too. So we'll get y'all there, baby. So I think that's a good look. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I just noticed what Mace's subtitle says. #fire Jerry. Hey Mace, who gonna fire him? Death? Is Death gonna fire him? Because that's the only one that's gonna be able to fire him.
I don't like to wish those bad things on people, bro. But cognitively, I don't think he's all there anymore.
You think? I think we all know that one, Mace. I think, like I say, it's not just the Cowboys fans. I think we all done seen it. We done seen it when he been messing up people's names. And Jerry don't normally be messing up people's names, but he been messing them up over the last couple of years, bro. So,
and speaking of people getting older and messing things up, gotta ask you, fellas, since we've been off, there's been the premiere of WWE on ESPN. But these last couple of months have been up and down, most definitely with WWE as far as quality goes. So we will start right here with you, T, because I can see you see it, Mace. He itching. It's burning him up inside to say something. So I got to ask you, T, is Triple H failing with his booking currently?
I'm gonna say I'm a dang. I'm gonna have to say it's a 50. Like you say, we always talk about 50-50 booking. It's very much 50-50 because the thing is yes, we're starting to see newer faces get put into different levels, but it just seems so disjointed at times. Like okay, let's throw into the fact. Let's go back to before WrestlePalooza, okay? Before Paul Heyman came back, we saw Becky with Seth and the Bronze, okay? But we've seen Becky interact with Seth since then, but where's her interaction with the rest of the group? It's like what is he in a group with that? Is Seth in a group with his wife and Braun over there? But Paul's not a part of that group. But then he's in a group with Paul and the Brons, and Becky's not a part. It's like it's weird, man. It's weird. Like make it make sense. Like come on, because I'll be the first one to admit like say, what we're seeing with, if you look at, and let's just look at the championship pictures, what you're seeing with Cody versus Seth, okay? And I'm not even talking about this whole Crown Jewel championship nonsense. At least they're doing it in Australia this time. But this whole Cody Seth stuff, Seth has been booked better as a world champion than Cody has. We can all attest to that. Like he's been booked better as a world champion. I mean, you look over on you look at the mid card. Come on. Sami Zayn is doing great with the open challenges, changing up the finish to the Blue Thunder Bomb. And I mean, come on. We got El Triple A, Megon Champion, and Intercontinental Champion Dirty Dom. Like, bro, those are two guys that are like literally like just killing it right now. Like they're booked well. Like I say, the women's division moving forward. All right, the women's tag team division moving forward.
No, don't do that. No, because that's one of the big issues. Go ahead and talk on that women's division.
The men's tag team division moving forward, because there's nothing to say about them. Okay, like listen, I'm happy Stephanie Vacour is the women's world champion. I think it's too soon. I think they said this star's hot, we're gonna put a belt on her and then hope that carries over. Stephanie, if you really look at Stephanie Vacour or Vacaire, however you want to say it, she hasn't even been with the company a full year. Well, I'm sorry, a little over a year. That's how long she's been there. Yes, she is probably one of the hottest talents out there. But sometimes some things just come way too soon. Like I say, Tiffany Stratton has had some great matches this year. But she's been fighting the same two people multiple times this year. She's fought Nia Jax multiple times. She fought Jade Cargill multiple times. Heck, I think at Crown Jewel, we're just happy to see Tiffany versus Stephanie because it gives Tiffany a new opponent. The women's tag title. Oh man. Aside from Alexa and Charlotte being like probably the most, like looked after tag team in that division, there is no division for that. Like all the really good tag teams that were looked at in that division are either broken up or on NXT, or they don't know what to do. Like unfortunately, we don't have the true version of the Secret Harvest because something's going on with Piper Niven. I'm not going to speculate. I don't know the full details, but like I say, the Secret Harvest were like probably one of the only real tag teams left because. And I know somebody will be like, oh, well, what about Raquel and Roxanne? Number one, they were a tag team out of convenience. Number two, yes, they got chemistry, but their stories are way too intertwined with what's going on with other people. They're not focused on the tag titles. They're focused on getting revenge and stuff like that, which that's fine and dandy. But
let me sum this up for you, brother.
Go ahead.
Check this out. Is it safe to say that Triple H is a victim of his riches? Is there possibly too many stars and storylines going on at one time?
No. Because the thing is and I hate to say this because it gives credit to a garbage human being, but if you go back to the Attitude Era, almost everybody had a storyline. Not necessarily saying that's always a good thing, but you were invested to a lot more of the guys throughout the card. I mean, nowadays, like say, you can turn on Raw, you can turn on SmackDown. Oh, look, here comes, like you'll have great wrestlers out there. Like, I'm sorry, if you're channel surfing, you turn on the TV and you see a match between JD McDonough and and Penta, is that going to get you to stop channel surfing, or is that going to be something that you're just like, oh, I'm gonna stop and watch, or I'm gonna keep going, or let's say, is that something that y'all are gonna stop on?
So what I would say on that is that I think you just hit on the core of my issue with what's been going on with the booking. And I think there is a little bit of what Mace is saying, where there is just a lot of superstars. They are kind of approaching that point again to you where they might have a little bit too many bodies. You know what I mean? They might. But I think more than anything, it goes to what you're saying. I think it's a lot of poor pairings, T. Like JD McDonough and Dragon Lee is not going to get me to stop. You know what I mean? That's not appealing to me. And then the stuff that could be appealing to me, like the Street Profits, they're getting maybe 5 to 7 minutes of TV time a week right now. You're, like you said, you're tag team champions. We had the New Day do the whole funeral for the tag team champions, thinking that, okay, haha, this is going to be kind of tongue-in-cheek. You guys are really about to support the division. But it ends up being that the New Day was 100% right. It is a funeral for the division because the division has been trashed since they lost the belts. Mm-hmm. The women's, honest to God, I feel like the women's divisions are very, as far as the top 2 belts, are aimless right now. I don't feel like any of the champions, either champion, has a story that is compelling whatsoever. I appreciate actually both of them as wrestlers. I really like Valkyrie. I really like Tiffany Stratton, but both of them are absolutely, utterly boring right now watching on TV. Tiffany Stratton, until they make her a heel, I think I'm out on it. Because her playing a face sucks. It is not entertaining at all. She's not fun. All of her catchphrases are heel catchphrases. But she's still saying them as a face. It doesn't make sense. So I think if we were to ask, pass or fail, what is Triple H doing right now? It is 100% a fail for me. Because Cody's story sucks. Really, I think you might have hit it on the nail, T. There's only 2 good championship stories right now, and that's between Sami Zayn and Dominic Mysterio. I feel like all the rest of the championships are basically in, I don't know, just muddy waters, doing nothing. Just kind of killing time until they get over to Perth. Then they get done with Perth, and then we keep it moving from there. Because, see, they're doing that thing again, T, where, oh, well, we're going overseas to this place. We got to change it specially for this place. It's like, no, that place just wants you to bring your story over here. They don't want you to change it. So, I don't know. I think I'd have to say he's failing at this point. If you had to give it a final pass or fail, Mace, what are you giving him?
I'm going to say fail. I mean, it's pretty boring right now.
T, if you gave him a pass or fail, what are you giving him?
You know what? I'm going to go against the grain and give him a pass.
I mean, I can understand that. Like, I honestly can understand it because
we've
gotten gold. We've gotten gold up until maybe, 2 months ago or so?
Like, we were getting good stuff. And then all of a sudden, it just seemed like they completely forgot what they were doing. Like, when we were getting, like, think about it, up until SummerSlam, like, we were getting some pretty decent stuff. It's just now we're getting such stuff that's disjointed. It's like, ooh, so are we gonna let all the stuff that was at the beginning of the year that was like okay, hold on, let me see where this is going, like you say, because we got to remember, like, a lot of the stuff he's done has been good, yeah. And the thing is, you're going to have that lag time. Like, we all have seen it. We've seen it for the last 10 to 15 years. They heat up at one point, and then they kind of just get into some weird booking. And it's usually around this time of year when they're getting ready to gear up, to go into Survivor Series. I don't know why. It's like SummerSlam happens, and then it's like, okay, we're just going to take these next few months to try and see where we're going to go to get to a Survivor Series match. Maybe War Games, maybe traditional, because I'm covering a span of 10 years. It just depends. But it's one of those things where I can't give him an outright fail So I have to give them a pass. But if things keep going the way that they have been, I'm gonna have to flip it.
That's fair. I can at least understand that. That is a fair argument.
Because I'm sorry, but like, come on, why they been doing vignettes with Solo and each member of the MFTs just pops up randomly? Like, hold on, you kicking people out? Like, what? That was throwing me off.
I didn't even get to Solo and how much they've wasted all of that with him. Don't even get me started. They had me in, and then they just did nothing with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mace has a grin on his face right now, like he's just like, yep.
That's because I think Mace knows what's coming next, and Mike's about to get handed to him because since the last time we've been off, we went through a few regular season games, and we kind of know what these teams are. So Mace, with the Cowboys off to a 1-2-1 start. And since the last time we were on, you guys saw his reaction in our in our AFC and NFC preview shows, right? You saw that. Mace, how you feeling about the Cowboys now?
Is it March already, bro? I'm trying to draft, dog. Here, check me out, man. I don't know how many Cowboy fans be checking us out, right? But I remember what our defense looked like without Micah. And it looks a lot like what's going on right now. Why do I want to watch that, bro? I mean, bro, Dak is about to put up another MVP season just to miss the playoffs or just to barely make the playoffs, right? Like this is crazy work, bro. I don't know, man. Offense looks really good. Defense looks really bad. I think Jerry's going senile. I'm hoping Steven is just like waiting. Steven, honestly, it's not even Steven. The true hope for Cowboys fans is Charlotte Jones. I'm hoping to God, because I'm almost positive she's like next in line to actually run the team when Jerry's done here. That's all I'm gonna say is when he's done here.
So I feel like they're gonna have a very much LA Laker-like fight between the two siblings.
Well, it's not just Charlotte and Steven. There's Jerry Jr. too. So
yeah, Jerry. No, don't nobody care about Jerry Jr. Nigga. No, listen. For all intents and purposes, Jerry Jr. don't even exist in this picture.
Oh, Triple J.
I guarantee.
I'm sorry. That just
listen, bro. I guarantee you, they call him Triple J too. I listen, bro. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar on it, bro. Oh, Triple J. Oh,
yeah. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
But no, man. But okay. But seriously though, man. To talk some actual football, bro. I don't know. I honestly don't understand. Well, Cowboys apparently have like the second most amount of cap space and haven't really like been aggressive with spending that money since Mike has been gone. Excuse me. Sure, they tried to make it look good by re-signing like 2 or 3 dudes right after they traded Micah, but
so just to touch on it, the top 5 teams, I'm sorry, in cap space currently: Bills at 54 million, Cowboys at 31, Commanders at 26, Lions at 26, 49ers at 23.
Yeah, so like, what are we doing with all this extra cap space? There are teams who are in the dumps and probably probably have no hope, who've got players on their teams that are disgruntled. Jeffrey Simmons, which I mean, that one's I kind of don't see that one just because we have interior defensive linemen. That's not our issue.
I mean, Who knows, bro? I mean, look, the Titans might look. They coach. You want to talk about looking inept? Right there. That whole organization look messed up. They might as well blow it up and trade off the pieces that they can and get some value while they can.
I mean, Cam Ward said it himself. Cam Ward said it himself. They a double crooked letter. That's what they are.
Hey, hold on. I gotta ask. Y'all both saw that clip. How hard did y'all laugh when that man literally just said "we ass"?
I had a good hearty laugh. I ain't laughed that hard in so long. That was one of those laughs from the gut. Usually, like, that was from the gut. That was a good old laugh. But
that was excellent.
To stay on track here, though, man. I mean, Trey Hendrickson is another name. He's on a 1-year deal right now with the Bengals, and he's obviously not coming back, right? We've seen crazier things, but Dexter Lawrence is really pissed off at the Giants for being sorry again. So, I mean, like I said, Dexter Lawrence and Jeffrey Simmons are probably names that you wouldn't see just because Dallas's interior defensive line isn't the issue anymore. It's everywhere else. But, yeah, man, you've got this money, bro. Do something with it. Do something with it. Go make a trade. We've got 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. Send one of those packing for a really good player right now, because as it stands, there's still a chance for this team to turn it around and actually make a push, right? Like there's still enough season left for them to make some changes and be really good, because the offense is really good. Like, we have the number one, as far as yards go, we're the number one offense in the league and the worst defense in the league as far as yards, like total yards a game. So, yeah, man. We actually have a run game. We have a real run game. First time in like 5 years, maybe. Dak balling. George Pickens is starting to round out into the player we thought we were getting.
I mean, to your point, Mace, the Cowboys are currently 3rd in pass yards in the league.
Dak is balling, bro. We have a run game. Like Javonte Williams is averaging like 5 points some a carry right now, bro. Like, I think he's 3rd or 4th in yards.
But as you saw at the game that we were at, y'all can't stop a damn nosebleed right now.
Like 0, bro. And it's not so much that Eberflus defense is bad. It's just when you can't get a pass rush on anybody, I don't care how. It don't matter, bro. Your zone is going to get cooked eventually.
And Javonte is currently number 7 right now.
Number 7. Okay. I think he's like top 5 in touchdowns. I think that's that. I think that he's getting into the end zone.
Yeah, he is tied for 2nd in touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly. So like we have actual run game, bro. I don't know what we've got a run game, bro. We've got everything we need offensively to be a really good team. As yet we over here selling to the lowest bidder on defense right now. And there are people out there that could help us. Our linebackers are atrocious right now. Sanborn running in the mud.
Look, I told you about Sanborn. I told you he will be in the proper position he's supposed to be. But if you need him to go make a play and actually go do something, it ain't happening. I told you. I warned you that this is what you were getting with the Jack Sanborn experience. I warned you. You knew this. You knew what time it was.
He's running in the mud. The Damone Clark looks athletic, but he ain't smart. He can chase you down, but he can't catch you at the line of scrimmage.
Yikes.
Donovan Wilson looks like he don't know how to play a zone coverage to save his life right now. My man's like, if it's not within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, I don't know what to do.
So let me ask you this. Trayvon Diggs is requesting that y'all play more man. Do you think that actually helps?
Yes. Between him and Bland, let's not act like him and Bland haven't been good cornerbacks in man coverage.
I think Trayvon Diggs is very much like Antonio Cromartie. He's very trick or treat. He's been that. Like, I think he's very, very much on his days where he balling. But on them other days, that nigga gonna get cooked a couple of times, and you gonna be like, Trayvon.
The only time he's ever, in my opinion, from what I've seen, the only time he's ever been like just completely cooked out there has been the times where he's come back from his injuries too early, which is like right now and at the beginning of last season.
I'm gonna just point out that in man coverage this year, he's been getting.
We haven't played man coverage this year.
Bruh, y'all played a low percentage of it, but when y'all have played it, y'all have given up big plays.
Yeah, like I said, bro, when Trayvon comes, I don't know if you watch this man. This man is jogging out there like his knees are still hurting, bro. My man is not right yet. And
he asking to play more man.
Yeah, because they trashing zone. Got to do something.
Yeah, hey, baby, y'all just trash. You got to accept it. Man zone, it don't matter right now. Y'all getting cooked. We seen it live and in person, Mace. Y'all niggas look lost.
Yeah, bro. Terrible.
And now we have to move on to those Bears. T, I will let you go ahead and go first. Bears are sitting at 2-2 right now. How you feeling about the team?
I'm seeing the positives, but the offense has to take what the defense gives them. If the defense gives you great field position, take it. Take it. Score. Granted, yes, the Raiders game, Max Crosby was just on a mission. That man is a freak of nature when it was coming to that game. I mean, that man, we knew who Max Crosby was before that game. And you know what? He was who we thought he was. And he showed us.
If that was your first game of football ever watching, you think Max Crosby is the greatest player you've ever seen.
Yep. Like that man had me thinking, I'm like, why didn't we get him? Why is he happy being in Vegas? Like the Bears gotta tighten up on those offensive things, because the offensive stuff is what's killing us. Because if you've noticed the last two games against the Cowboys and against the Raiders, our defense has been making plays. They've been doing what they're supposed to do, you know. And yeah, the book is out. Like I say, Kevin Barrett said it himself. Ben Johnson said the book around the league is, if you keep it close with the Bears, they'll find some way of messing it up. You know, I was going to use a different analogy, but I'm not going to try and misquote Mr. Barrett. And guess what?
And it's Bayard, dog. It's Bayard.
Bayard. Let's say
Mr. Baird. That's Mrs. Baird's old boy. Man.
That's why I had to get him around. Like, my goodness.
I don't care if his last name is John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Okay, I'm just saying. Say it. That man said what he said. Ben Johnson told him. Guess what? If the Bears can start winning close games, I see great things. But if we revert back to what we have been, and close games are not our forte, I don't know. But I've seen good things. The defense is starting to rebuild my faith in them. The offense, we still got a little bit to take a look at. And I'm sorry, I know people like him. Cole Kmet, you got to stop dropping balls, man. Got to stop dropping them. We had faith in you all these years. Stop dropping balls. All right, that's me.
I ain't mad at that. So I will say this. I'm about 4 games, fully through the 4 games here, watching the all 22 there and breaking down all 4 of those. I'm going to try and drop that, at least my analysis of those 4 games before next week's game. So you guys take a look, see what I think about Caleb. But in general, it's more positive than it is negative for sure. There's been some negative stuff overall with the team. Like Terrell was talking about, you cannot get short fields and not capitalize on them by getting in the end zone. That's unacceptable. I don't care who you're playing against. If they are giving you a short field, you have to get in the end zone. That game last week against the Raiders, that should have been a blowout. It should have felt very similar to the Cowboys game where it was like, hey, baby, by the end of the third quarter, we know we got this one and we good to go. Okay. But the good that came out of that is, hey, we saw this team still has a lot of fight in them, that they do not just give up as soon as things start to get bad. So it was very, very positive to see that. Seeing a lot of growth out of Caleb. The film outside of week 1 has looked much better each week. I know that may sound strange because, especially after like last week's game, that may sound a little weird, but I'm going to tell you guys, you watch that all 22, you saw that Caleb was Superman for us last week. That could have been a lot worse if not for Caleb's abilities that he has. So I think we are moving in the right direction. I do have real concerns about the defense because, yes, we turned the Raiders over last week, but we also gave up the booty cheeks to Ashton Genty last week. We were letting him run all over us, and it was ridiculous. And then even in the pass game, this is specifically to deal with our front 4. In the run game and in the pass game, you haven't really been doing much. Even in that Cowboys game, it's not like Dak was just under a bunch of pressure. We just happened to not have to go up against CeeDee Lamb. So it made it a little bit easier for our defense to shift and say, look, well, we just got to take out Pickens. That's it. We got to worry about him. So the defense is concerning because they're not getting pressure. I don't know if it's going to get better before the season ends because I haven't necessarily seen signs that say, yeah, the defense, well, you know what? They're getting pressures, but they're not getting sacks. They're not really getting pressures right now. Again, last week, another game, Mace, where I'm asking, hey, Montez Sweat, where you at, B? Where you at? I understand Colton Miller's good, but the other tackle is trash. You couldn't get no pressure? Nothing? What are we paying you for, Montez Sweat? That's my question. Because I could have sworn we paid you to get pressures. And I ain't seeing none of those. I ain't seeing sacks. I ain't even seeing TFLs. What are we paying you for?
Feast or famine, bro.
Over your first 4 games this year, you have 1 sack. That's it. Just 1 sack. So if the Bears are going to have more success on this season, Montez Sweat and Dexter and Jarrett and all these guys have got to turn it up. You cannot continue to not pressure the quarterback. You're not going to have the success. I think the offense is only going to continue to get better. The ship is pointed in the right direction for sure. I will say that much because there are times like last year, we had a better record technically at this point last year, but did I feel good about that team? No, I did not. If you guys can go back to last year's episodes of this, where I was saying it's smoke and mirrors, baby. So we will see what ends up happening here, but I think the ship is going in the right direction. The Bears should still end up winning around 9-10 games by the end of this year. I think that defense, unless they can start getting pressure, is going to cost them some games for sure. For sure. Without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. And especially in the modern NFL, if you do not get pressure on a quarterback, you're not going to win games. It's just that simple. But now I got to keep us moving here, and we will finish off our show today with a very, very pertinent question, fellas. Look, we are all guys who love NFL season, right? When NFL season is on, every Sunday we generally watching football. Okay. Are these NFL Europe series games, are they coming on way too early? Because fellas, I'm gonna tell you something. When I get up at 8 in the morning, my buzz is not quite going to turn on an NFL game and start watching football. I need at least like a good hour before I can get myself and get going. Do y'all feel like these games are too early? Because I sure as hell do.
No, I'm not gonna say they're too early. And here, and maybe it's just a bias of mine because I do get up and watch soccer that early. I understand the time difference. What's early to us is like afternoon games over there. So I get it. And if it's making sense, it's making dollars for the NFL right now. And I mean, has a team played in one of these European games where you're just like, dang, I'm really upset I missed that team play?
Yeah, nigga, the Bears. When I had to get up extra early and miss the first half of the game because the game started at like 7 in the morning.
But that was last year.
Fair point. Yeah, I mean, my team ain't done none of that nonsense yet.
Wait till the Cowboys got to go over there. Then we're gonna see what your tune is. Because the Cowboys ain't had to do that yet. We're gonna see what your tune is when your ass got to get up 7 in the morning and see if you really jonesing for some football then.
But no, generally speaking, I don't think that the games are too early. The trend is you might as well give them more of Sunday. NFL's already taken Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and sometimes Friday, and maybe even Saturday. So you might as well give them a little bit more time on Sunday too. I mean, it is what it is at this point.
I was waiting for you to start busting out the Happy Days theme song. But Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Happy Days. I'm sorry, that's where my mind went when you were listing off the days.
But nah, man, I think I don't particularly like it. I'm probably not gonna wake up and watch an 8:30 NFL game on a Sunday, but I'm not gonna say they're too early. I'm pretty sure I don't know what the viewership numbers are looking like, but obviously they're good enough for the NFL to continue to do it.
Man, it's good enough for the NFL to keep doing it because, like you said, it makes sense. So it's making dollars. T, you feel like this game is too early, man?
Bro, you asking the wrong one because I get up early. Like I say, I had to tell my buddy B Game. I'm just like, you watching the game? I had to tell him last week, you watching the game? He's just like, the game? I'm just like, yeah, the European game. He's just like, I didn't even know it was on. I'm like, well, it's on right now. Like, I was already watching it by the time I was messaging them. Like to me, like I say, if it's a game you really want to see, there's no such thing as too early or too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. We've all seen teams play Monday Night Football, and we're just like, why is this game still going on at 10:30 at night? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. If you really want to watch it, you will wake up. Last year when the Bears played in London, guess what? I woke up early. I was making breakfast. I had coffee going. I was there from the beginning of the game to the end. Let's say, so if you want, it just depends on the person. If it's too early or if it's not early enough. Heck, I might even say they show coming on a little too late for Europe. Maybe I want to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and turn on the game.
Nigga, you're done.
Let's say
I'm
waking up next Saturday to watch Crown Jewel. That comes on at 7 o'clock in the morning, our time. But in the meantime, bro, go ahead. I know what time it is.
this dude. I ain't waking up there to watch Crown Jewel, nigga. I wake up for it on. I ain't waking up. And said, Mace, tell the people where to find you.
Man, Twitter at funky_stuff09, twitch.tv/swaggy Mace, fire Jerry Jones, and hit your boy up.
T, tell the people where to find you.
Y'all can find me at @TCamel_ITC on the gram, and you can also find me at The Real Trey Camp on X. Hashtag fire Jerry.
I like it.
Solid.
I ain't mad at it. I like it. You can find me at JSpanderMan everywhere. You either see my pretty face or the ITC logo. Make sure you like, subscribe us, rate us, review us. You only give us 4 stars instead of give us 5 stars. I'm inclined to think that you are a hater. You don't want me to think that because when I see you, I'm going to call you out on your. That being said, this is another resounding episode of your favorite sports show, and that is ITC
Sportsball.
Sportsball.
I like it. Hashtag fire Jerry.